welcome you to another edition of Bargain Bin Gear. Okay, now, I hope you've been subscribed and followed this video series channel, right? The reason is, well, recently I did a video called how to deal with heavy gear, you know, heavy amplifiers and things. I had gotten a dolly with wheels and things, and it was okay until I got it inside, and it turns out that there was basically a hole, you know, and unfortunately, you know, a lot of the cabinets I had that I wanted to put on it, you know, I could put them on sideways, you know, but then they would be facing the wrong way. But if I put them on lengthwise, well, there was a hole there and they would fall right through. It was a total failure. At the time I had mentioned that, well, you know, I may go to the hardware store and we'll get a piece of wood to fill up that hole. I mean, it makes total sense to me. And so this is kind of a follow-up video. And true to my word, this is exactly what I've done. So let's take a look at it. Look at that. Huh? And it's got wheels there, forecasters. And before, you can tell, if you look right here, right? Well, that was a hole. So I went to the hardware store and I got a piece of scrap wood. And look at that. It fits perfectly. They did have to cut it a little bit on one side to get it to fit, but now look at that. I mean, this really wants me to try this thing out as a skateboard or a surfboard or something. You know, I mean, that's my first temptation right there. Take a look at that. Alright, now, the piece of scrap wood cost me $2. And then I had to buy a screw, you know, to fasten it on. They actually gave me one screw, but so I had to fasten it on with the other screw. And that was $1 to cut the wood. So it was like $3. I know what you're thinking. It's quite an investment, you know, and I balked at the price too, right? I said it was outrageous, I won't pay. But eventually I came to my senses, and so I paid the $3. And what a bargain it is. Makes all the difference in the world, I think. We'll find out. Now, it is heavier, but it's more substantial, too. You know what I mean? And I think that it would serve my purposes very well. Maybe. So what do you think? Huh? You like it? What do you think, matey? So look at that. I mean, that looks substantial. That's awesome. So we're going to try it out here. Okay, it's gotten the MIDI seal of approval, as you can tell. What do you think, MIDI? Pretty nice, huh? Look at that. He wants me to roll him around. MIDI, you want to go skateboarding? Okay, I think this may be MIDI's new favorite toy. He's claimed it already. It's pretty nice, isn't it, Mitchie? So now we're going to try it again here and see if I can put things sideways or lengthwise. Okay, now as a test, I've taken out the trainer PA monitor, and it's got a 15-inch speaker and a horn, and it's affectionately known as the backbreaker because it's really heavy. And over here we have our newly wooden covered dolly. So we're going to give this a try. Here we go. Okay. Now that works perfectly. And now we can wheel this down. Let's try it. Here we go. Wow. Look at that. So I'm just pushing that, and it's great. Works great. Now, here's the real test. Okay, now what we're going to do, and this was the problem, now we're going to change it up a little bit. Okay, hold on. Alright, now here I'm going to turn this sideways. And this would have been impossible, but now with the wood covering it, it should be possible. So now I'm going to put it on there. Hold on. There it is. Look at that. Now it should be able to push it, and it should be able to be wheeled around this way too. Here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So anyway, there you go. So that works great. Okay, now listen, you may be saying to yourself, "Why, Dennis, that's simple." Yes, but let me tell you something. Take a look at the last video, and you will see that it was a total failure without that piece of wood. Right? So now, I'm going to bring it inside and try it with a Marshall cabinet that I wanted to move, and I couldn't because it fell through the hole all the time. Okay? So we're going to try that now. Okay, now, so far, the new dolly with the scrap piece of wood, right, has been a success. Now, I don't know if you remember last time, right, in part 1 of the video that we did last time, where I'd just gotten the dolly, and I tried to place a Marshall 2x12 cabinet, right, and it would fit one way, but was pointing in the wrong direction. So that didn't work very well. Now with the new scrap wood, we're going to see if it's going to fit correctly and be able to be rolled around. Alright, now here it is. Here's the final test. And as you'll remember in the last video, which will be part 1, right, that I had already done, right, well, this cabinet didn't fit because it's not very wide, you know, not as wide as the hole that was in the you know, the dolly. But now, look, wow, right, it's not falling in the hole, it's on the wood, and now I should be able to just roll that around. Look at that, huh? Wow. Very nice. So, if I want to, what's it called, you know, put a cable in the back or that kind of thing, you know, I can wheel it around here. You know, yeah, look at that. There we go. Right? So that makes it real easy to get to and move out of the way. So there we go. So I'm just going to leave it on there, and whenever I need to, you know, I can wheel it out of the way, that kind of thing, right? Or turn it, you know, to put a cable in it and that kind of thing. So very nice. Works great. Super. Okay, so there you go. I mean, this has been a complete success. At last, my dolly idea has worked. Now, one thing I noticed is that for some reason on this scrap piece of wood, the cabinets and things tend to move around a little bit. And of course the solution to that is some straps. You know, I don't know what you call them, bicycle straps or something like that, you know, that you can run around them and then snap them, you know, temporarily, and that'll hold them on there. But it's actually very, very nice to be able to, basically, for example, I'm going to keep the Marshall cabinet on there, and if I want to move it, you know, I can just roll it, you know, without having to put, you know, casters on the bottom of the cabinet and those kinds of things, you know, without damaging the cabinet. So definitely worthwhile. You know, I think this was $3 well spent. You know, highly recommended. Very good. This completes the, you know, how to deal with heavy amplifiers and cabinets video series. Alright. Very good. See you next time. Okay. Bye.